Think thoughts you never thought before. Heavenletter number 5978. April 7, 2017. What is important after all? You have the say. You are the decider and determiner of what is important. If your being right is vital to you, you are the one who makes this decision. You proclaim it. There are, of course, exceptions. In this world, in order to exist as a human being, you must have food and water. A baby to survive must have the touch of human hands, must be picked up, must be hugged. And, of course, there is a range between surviving and thriving. Not everyone has had ideal love and understanding while growing up. Frankly, this is what many or most of the people in this land deal with. How do you now recoup the love you did not have, and that someone had unwittingly been stingy with? One thing you mean to do is to give your children all the love you did not have, to make it up to your children with the love you give, and yet you may find yourself falling short as well. You would go back and change some things if you could. The time is coming when the giving and receiving of love will be without instruction and effort. It will not be a thought. It will be natural. It will be easy. It will be love that comes of its own accord. The time will come when it will be impossible not to give love. No one will have to think of handing out love in the right proportions. There will be no measuring, no adding on, and no restricting. In life in the world, love will simply flower. Everyone will be an adept of love. Love will flourish and extend itself. It will be impossible for love not to leap for joy. Consider that I am the precursor to love. Am I not? Am I not all-inclusive? Do I choose some of my children to love, and leave out others? Well, you may think so, and that's where circumstances creep in. You see discrepancies. You make judgments. You see that someone has a better life than you. You also see that someone has a pitiful life as compared to yours. Poor souls, you don't know how they bear it. Beloveds, how do you know what is true beyond appearances? You may be coming from the unstated premise that appearances are everything. You don't own to that. Yet, anytime you pity another, you reveal this. And every time you see others in what you see as abject circumstances and wonder how they can laugh and smile even without limbs, you are going by appearances. You see disabilities. You kowtow to disenfranchisement, deprivation, disenchantment, you see? You may tend to see what's off, rather than what's on. You may think you set high standards, beloveds. You may set low standards, however. You may think that it is even impossible to be happy on earth without what you call advantages. You see dark forests, and wonder how anyone can find his way to happiness there in a dark forest. Beloveds, it is even possible that joy is greater in a dark forest, for when the sun comes through, you point to it. You do not see that there are advantages to everything whether you like it or not. You want the norm. You insist on all that you consider an advantage, and, still, with all the world-approved advantages, you may not have gleaned happiness. Generally, you identify the cause on an external matter, and you blame the cause. If only you had money, you would be happy. If only you had a true love, you would be happy. If only you were lucky, you would be happy. Beloveds, if you were happy, you would be happy. Those who become wealthy may look back at when they were poor and think of those days as the good days. All the good and bad you see today are your opinions. Hold other opinions. Think new thoughts. Channeled by Gloria Wendroff. Heavenletters.org